Sometimes we are generally wronged. It's a genuine offence, a hurt, someone has said or done something. There are a few examples of this, none greater really than Joseph. Joseph, favoured by his father, loved by his dad, gets the coat of many colours. Beautiful. The only issue was that highlighted the favouritism to his brothers, and his brothers became jealous and insecure in their father's love because they saw Joseph being favoured or elevated. And really, maybe the father wasn't too smart. So they capture him and they sell him to Midianite merchants. So he's captured, he's beaten, he's thrown in a pit, he's left there to die. But then one of the brothers says, oh, maybe it's a bit too far. They get him out of the pit and they sell him as a slave. Then the slave traders sell him on again as a slave. When you look at what did he do wrong? What was his crime? He was young, he was youthful, probably gave it too much of that about his jacket running round. But what he went through, did it warrant such hatred, such unforgiveness? He's then sold to Potiphar, whose wife makes a false allegation about him. He's then imprisoned. Joseph was about 30 years old when he's finally called out of prison to interpret a dream for the governor of the area. And eventually, Joseph's brothers travelled to Egypt during the time of famine, which was foreseen in the dream that Joseph has shared. Seeing his brothers for the first time in over 20 years brings conflicting emotions within Joseph, because they've done him wrong, they've stitched him up, but he's got a problem. L-O-V-E. Despite him being done over. Love. He wants to hate them with all that he is and punish them. Love. They deserve to be punished. They're as good as murderers. Look what they did to him. Love. Seeing his brothers for the first time in over 20 years is conflicted. He tries to hide his identity. When he sees his youngest brother Benjamin for the first time, Joseph reveals his identity to them in Genesis 45, and reconciliation comes in. Yet the extent of Joseph's love and forgiveness towards his brothers is best seen in Genesis 50:15. And this is amazing. If you can really grasp it, you'll walk lighter in life. When Joseph's brothers saw that their father was dead, they said, what if Joseph holds a grudge against us and pays us back for all the wrong we did to him? So they did not trust Joseph's forgiveness. They were judging Joseph by their own measuring stick. And they were now worried that Joseph had maybe only forgiven them because of that. And so they're concerned about it. What if he pays us back for all the wrong we did? What if he holds a grudge? To hold a grudge is unforgiveness. So they sent word to Joseph saying, your father left instructions before he died. This is what you are to say to Joseph. I ask you to forgive your brothers for the sins and the wrongs they have committed in treating you so badly. Now please forgive the sins of your servant, of the servants of your, the God of your father. When their message came to him, Joseph wept. Now, sometimes we struggle to forgive somebody because they ignored you. You struggle to forgive someone because they, said something wrong or put an unkind comment on Facebook or, our disagreements. Joseph, do you know what they did? And this is a genuine hurt. Genuine. He could have been killed. His life, his reputation is in tatters as a potential rapist. Been in prison, is marked goods. But God elevated him. Why? Because his forgiving heart. And God was going to work through him. And God was going to demonstrate his own character through Joseph. Can God demonstrate his character through you? Or do your preconceived ideas or your hurts or your offences get in the way of God being able to love people through you because you're cheesed off with them, or you don't like a particular people group, or whatever it is, so you're cold wax towards them? And Joseph wept. His brothers then came and threw themselves down before him. "We are your slaves," they said. But Joseph said to them, "Do not be afraid." Isn't it like Jesus? Joseph says to them, "Do not be afraid." Immediately he's bringing ease and healing to the relationship of what they thought he could do. And immediately the first thing he does is say, "It's not a problem. Don't be afraid. It's okay." Am I in the place of God? Wow. "You intended to harm me." So he does not ignore what they've done. And forgiveness is not ignoring what somebody did to you. Because we think, "Oh, I forgive them, forget." What load of old tosh. Doesn't happen. So he acknowledges still what they've done. "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." And he's looked beyond the offence to the sovereignty of God. He's looked beyond the offence and he's looked at the sovereignty of God instead. See, what we do is we just look at the immediate offence and we don't look beyond it. To look beyond it is to say, how am I dealing with it? I'm offended, that person's in the wrong. How do I show Christ in this situation? I'm looking to God. And God may grow you, mature you, change you, and heal you depending on how you deal with the offence. That gives God the right to move in the situation. But if you just stand on your rights and this, that, and the other, and Joseph could have done, you hit a roadblock. And if Joseph wasn't going to be the man that God had for him to be, he would have been better off left in prison. But because God could work through Joseph, don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. So then, don't be afraid. And a second time, he reassured it. Do you know we all need reassurance? We do. We need reassurance from God. We need reassurance from each other. Words of affirmation. Build each other up. There's enough going on in people's lives. Daily life is enough to bring you down. That we shouldn't do it to each other as well.